What is up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pushing Buttons. I am one half of the bromance B, and I have Mr. In Pain again for the second week in a row.
I wish I can explain it.
The other half of this beautiful bromance, Keith.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Keith?
I'm still in pain.
Yes.
It's not great.
All right, y'all. And
Damn.
we also have Miss IG, her damn self. You got to get that on a t-shirt or something, Miss IG.
IG, her damn self.
Miss IG, her damn self, our graphic designer, the best designer, Claudia.
What's up? What's up?
And then we also have a very lovely, lovely, lovely guest today.
Okay.
We got a lovely guest today that goes by the name of Taccara.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And she will be joining us on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Friday night and kick shit off. She's just coming to kick the shits with us.
Let's not forget, it's a special day too.
It's also a very, very special day. We have, I'm not going to lie, I forgot.
To be honest, I'm doing here. I'm like, what's the special day?
because we celebrated Wednesday, so
I
that shit threw me the fuck off.
It didn't.
We have a very
I
special-
couldn't let you forget. Come on.
We have a very special, it's a very special day
She
today.
remembered.
We got a birthday girl in here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So birthday, so you know.
You know,
So yeah, happy birthday, Claudia. She
Thank
is
you,
turning
thank you.
30 years old today.
no, I am not.
No.
No.
Okay.
Not
Thank
that-
you, Keith, for remembering, though.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, me, right?
And thank you for announcing it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Taccara, for being here.
Oh yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Taccara,
Yes,
for being
thank
here.
you.
No problem.
We're here, ready to start shit off. We got a nice, fun one after last week's shenanigans of sad, depressing mental health stuff. But this week we're back and we're bike, and we're ready to go. I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. And
Sponsor
YouTube.
yet? Sponsor
And
yet?
YouTube. No, man. I had somebody message me about that, though. They said, have you gotten sponsored yet? No.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So they're following up on me, too. So.
Oh, dear.
Anchor, what the fuck? I'm here, man. Pay me some money. And yeah, and we're also on YouTube. Go check it out. Subscribe. And yeah, I do want to go around the room and see how everybody is doing on these lovely, lovely, lovely Friday night. So we'll start over here with our guest, Taccara. And how are you doing today, Taccara?
I'm actually good. You know, I've been babysitting all day, and I'm ready to finally talk to some grown-ups.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. What about you, Keith?
I'm okay. I'm here. I'm keeping a straight face. I'm okay. My week has not been great. I only worked 2 days. Went to a chiropractor. It's hard to see a doctor, but you know, I'll see one Sunday.
I'm sorry, man. I hope you feel better.
Thanks.
It's the pause for me.
Really?
The pause. It's really the pause for me. I'm done.
Those are
Pain medication does not
Keith
work.
pauses.
Like, what's going on?
We got a drugged up Keith
I
on
know.
this episode, or the last 2 episodes. Maybe we'll do a ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca app.
As much
Elfix,
drugs as I'm
Keith.
taking.
We also have Jade in the room, by the way. She's here
Taking
taking
pictures.
and
Thank
stuff, so
you.
She's in the background. You know, we won't point the camera at her, but she's here. She's here. That's all you guys need to know. Hooking us up.
I'll get better, B.
As always, hooking us up. Shout out Jade. So how you doing, Claudia?
I'm great.
On your birthday.
I'm great. My morning started wonderfully.
What happened?
Yeah. What happened this morning? What happened?
I slept in. That's it. I haven't slept in a very long time.
Wonderful. Jay's like, who did you have a wonderful time with?
No, I slept in. And then I just took my time. It was just nice to take my time in my morning. Normally, I'm on a rush schedule because I'm always late to things, even to like work or stuff.
You didn't work?
No, I took the day off.
Oh.
Birthday holiday.
Okay.
And so Yeah,
Nice.
it's been good. Hung out with my mom and my sister during the morning, and then Jade came over later in the afternoon. We went out for some lunch, and it was good. It was really good. We had a good time, and now
That's
I'm
good.
here.
Now you're here recording the pod.
Yep.
At 10
Podding on
o'clock
your
at night.
birthday.
Huh?
At 10 o'clock at night, right?
Podding
Yeah,
on your birthday. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. I won't say good today. I had a lot of shit going on at work. So
You almost got beat up.
hey,
Yeah. Pow pow.
don't tell everybody, all right?
My bad.
Got an image to obtain, man. No, yeah, it was a little rough today, but we made it through. It's the weekend. I'm here doing the podcast, and I'm happy. And Taccara came through, and she's our second guest, and it feels good, man. Feels good.
Yeah,
It feels good.
yeah.
The podcast is doing well, I think, personally. So
I think so too.
I'm excited. So yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear everybody's doing well. Jade, how are you doing? I'm great. She's great. She's great. She's great. She's great.
I have been spoiled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's
It's like
in
I'm
love.
done.
Oh, what it is to be in love.
Oh, wow.
Shout out you, baby. I love you too. Yeah, so we are going to go ahead and move on with today's random thought of the day. Yeah, and it's brought to you by Jade and Claudia. So it's a very special one. Shout out to them. It's not my random thought today. Well, kind of, because I'm the one putting it out. So it's my random thought of the day. And we have entitled kids and humble kids. And the question being, what do you prefer to have? Do you prefer to have a spoiled, entitled little shit? Or do you prefer to have a kid who just does regular shit and does regular teenage shit and is out in these streets sometimes maybe acting crazy, hoeing around, selling drugs,
You went a little far, didn't you?
selling body parts? I don't know. Whatever. You know? Which one do you guys prefer? If that was like a kid you had to choose between those two, like, do you prefer the entitled child or the humble? And that's a question, right? That was the
Yeah,
thought?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I'm
it.
going to make sure
Yeah.
you get it right.
Just making sure I got it right.
No, I get what you're saying.
Okay, so explain it to
Yeah.
me.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, do you prefer a humble kid who technically, I guess that to society, he might not be the best because he's out here doing, like you said, teenage shit. Like, I don't know, maybe drinking and he might have been driving, or he's smoking, or he's doing this, he's partying. Or having an entitled kid, but then to society, they have an image of like, oh, but they're good. You know, they're doing sports and they're the all-American kid, but they're truly super entitled and think they're on top of the world.
Well, I don't like entitled kids, so.
Yeah, I prefer the humble.
And I don't.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I don't like kids. Period.
Oh,
So neither of you fuckers. Neither of you kids.
No, I want the badass.
You want the badass?
Yeah, it's the badass kid, the humble kid. Like, entitled kids to me, no, because, you know, like, that's not how I was grown up to be. So it's just like, I always looked at entitled kids like they always looking down to kids like me.
right.
You know, so I wouldn't want my kid being entitled, because that's just not, to me, that's just not the way to go. You know, you got to be broad. You got to have a broad, you know, I'm laid back. I like to go out party. And if I did that, my kid do that, hey, at least I could tell him, hey, I used to do the same thing, and I could talk to my kid about it, you know? But if I got an entitled kid, I don't know what the hell to say to him, you know? Like,
Right.
literally.
All right. Well, let's dive into this even deeper, right? And be honest, right? Don't be fucking bullshitting me, all right? Are you guys entitled kids or the humble kid? Look at the silence.
I'm not
in the room.
entitled.
I was humble kid. I
I'm not
wasn't
entitled.
Not entitled?
No.
No,
sure?
I'm very sure I was not
Yeah,
entitled.
I would not. I would have been like, pow. Like,
Entitled?
I'm a little bit in the middle. I ain't even gonna lie. Like,
No, right?
Yeah, because I'm the only girl. I'm the oldest, and I have 3 brothers. So, yes, I was a little entitled.
I agree. I think I'm like in between. I think to a certain extent, I think I was entitled.
Really?
Because I was the only like in Tacara's situation, except it's the opposite. I was the only boy in my family. So my dad has 3 other, daughters. My mom and dad, they have 3 other daughters. So it's just me. So I got some shit that maybe wasn't, would be considered entitled to a girl or entitled to other people.
Yeah.
Because maybe they say that I got shit. I personally don't feel that way.
But what's the difference between being entitled and being spoiled? Because you could be a spoiled kid, but you're not necessarily entitled. Like your parents are still telling you, like, I'm giving you this because I'm able to, but the day that I'm not able to, you need to be fine with it.
Entitled.
No, that's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they never told me I'm giving you this just because I can, or just explain it to you. They're giving it to me because I asked for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because you asked for it?
Yeah, because I asked for it.
Oh no,
You can be spoiled and entitled. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing to me.
No, but I'm saying, but there could be kids who are not entitled but are still spoiled. Or to you, and spoiled and entitlement is the same thing.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Spoiled and
I think
entitlement
it's
is
the same thing
thing.
to me, because it just goes down the same line. Like I'm always going in between. Like it's never just I'm either entitled or I'm spoiled. It's always going like I'm going in between.
And to the outside looking in, people might think you're entitled and spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you're entitled, then you're spoiled,
Yeah.
or you're spoiled, you're entitled.
Pretty much.
Like that's what they might see. The outside world might see. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's true, but
Right.
explain that. Explain how you could be spoiled and entitled.
For me, it's like as a kid, I was the only child for like 14 years. So I did have, that advantage of I was able to get things because I didn't have siblings that my parents would have to be like, hey, no, I can't do this right now because I have to focus on your sibling. However, I don't feel like I was entitled because my parents made it clear. Like, we're able to give you this because we can, but it's not going to be like this every time. So it was that level of like, I'm humbling you real quick. Like, don't think that you are going to keep getting things and this is how it's going to work all the time. So that's why I'm asking. Like, you could be spoiled. Like, I technically still got what I wanted, but my parents still made it clear that it was not going to be like that the whole time.
Oh, yeah. I guess when you put it that way, yeah. I think that's how I was.
They said when you're an adult, that's not how it works.
No,
It's not realistic. Basically, is what they said.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was basically like, my grandparents was my parents. So you know how they say when you go to your grandparents' house,
Right.
you always get gifts. So they didn't have to say, well, you getting this now because I can give it to you. They're like, oh, you coming to the grandparents' house and you staying with me, so you're going to get all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't really care for my brothers when I was little. I'm just like, they're like, whatever. If anything, they were getting in my way from my McDonald's and my Big Meal.
Oh, my,
Because
really?
I used to get McDonald's almost every day, my Happy
Right.
Meal,
Oh,
and
my
then that
God.
got cut down a little bit, and I had something to say about it.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so
I'm just
Entitled.
saying. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
entitled.
I'm just saying. Okay, when
alert.
the McDonald's got cut down, I was concerned. So what happened?
What happened?
I told my mom, I'm like, I didn't ask for him. Like, what's going on? But I love my brothers, but they just.
But it's me.
I had to understand. Like, it wasn't the me show, but it still was the me show.
No, and you know what's funny? I can relate with that because, like I said, I was an only child for 14 years.
Damn.
So when my little sister came along, I was like, oh, what's going on? However, for me, it was different. Like, I was 15. It was my little sister. At first, I wasn't the happiest. I was like, I don't know about this. But then I went to the ultrasound and I fell in love. I was like, that's my little sister. So it could have been different. I also, I don't have my grandparents near me for me to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to my grandparents and they're going to give me this and that. No. My parents were like, this is the family that you have and this is what you're going to get because we can. Not because it's not going to work like this the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different for everyone, I guess.
Yeah, gratefully, thankfully, I well, my grandparents was alive enough for me to see my grandparents and my great grandmother. So,
Oh, nice.
so I had both.
Does that seem to be
Damn.
the case with black people?
What do you mean? So that ask it.
Like y'all get to see your grandparents and your great grandparents.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Seems
I
like
was
it.
extra
Yes.
spoiled, so I can't like relate.
That seems to be the case with all my black friends.
I did not meet my great grandparents.
my
I don't even know who my great grandparents were. I barely got to meet my grandparents. Then.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any of my. Well, I have one now. My dad's dad, my grandpa. But that was rocky at first. I didn't meet him till like not too long ago, you know. So I didn't have grandparents. And my grandma, she passed away, and then my mom's dad passed away. Grandpa passed away a long time ago. So I didn't really have the grandparents spoiler shit. But now that I see my parents doing it, I'm like, yo, that's fucking true.
Yeah.
You guys
It
spoil the
is.
shit out of my nieces.
It really is.
'Cause
And once
they-
they do that, you just
I
be like,
bet.
I can't go back. It's like crack, like literally.
They know too, man. People know when they're getting spoiled.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get spoiled. Well, I wouldn't say I got stuff. If I asked for it, I got stuff. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what do you
said,
mean
you got-
when you ask for stuff?
Like
you
when
got
you
it.
asked, and if they could do it, they
Right,
did it.
right,
and if
right.
they couldn't, they didn't, and they explained to you that they couldn't get it. You know.
I don't know. I grew up in a mixed house, so I mean it was different. I didn't necessarily got everything I asked for, but it wasn't necessarily bad.
Speak on it. How does it make you feel?
Uh,
It's divulged.
I mean, I wish I would have grown up with all 6 of my siblings all my life, but I didn't. For some reason, my parents, we got to choose what we didn't necessarily get to choose. We had the option to either go with our mom or our dad, or we lived with our grandma. I lived with my aunt. I lived with my brother.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't really with my mom or my dad my whole life. Not necessarily. So I don't know anything about entitlement, like getting stuff just for asking. I mean, they would give us stuff, but it's not like that I expected it.
So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it. It's great. It's good. It teaches you a lesson. It teaches you to be realistic about life. Like nothing is given to you. You have to work.
Well, I don't know about you, Keith.
You do have to work. I did learn you do have to work. So I don't not like to work.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm like Claudia on that though. Like they taught me along the way that you
Right.
have to work for shit. I mean, I got my the first check, the first.
It's not like I didn't have stuff. You know, we had stuff, but it's not like
When I got paid and shit to do work.
oh, like I didn't get allowance or nothing like that.
Me neither. I had to work my shit.
Me neither.
My dad took me to go work with him to find out like how it is if you don't go to school and shit. And I was like, dang, that sucks.
And what happened?
But I didn't go to school. I'm still not doing that shit. But yeah, like I don't know. They taught me shit. Like I had a bank account at a very young age, man. When I
Really, you had a bank account?
When I opened up my bank account, I had $1,000, bro. Cash.
Talking about entitlement.
Cash.
$1,000? Yeah.
Cash, baby. I'll never forget it. Ride on a Greyhound with $1,000 in the book bag.
Oh my god.
I wasn't selling bricks. I promise.
You wasn't?
No. I went to do real labor. I wasn't selling drugs. I went to do labor. And then I opened up a bank account and put all that shit in there.
Okay.
That was the first time I opened up a bank account. But I worked for that money. Busted my ass for it. In the sun for 7 days.
Damn.
Yeah. So 7 to 7 all day. So it was a
Damn.
well-earned check. So I mean, entitlement maybe. Then but they still taught me life lessons along the way.
Right.
Like, I got stuff that I wanted, but at the same time, they were like, it's like Claudius, it's not always that way. You're gonna have to work for shit. Sometimes we might not have the money to get you the shit you want. You know? So that's cool. That's a good one. Thanks, Jade and Claudia.
No problem.
That's good. Good one. We're gonna keep on rolling with the shit. I guess we got unemployment stuff. We're gonna talk unemployment today, guys, and some of our thoughts around the unemployment rates and what people are getting paid to not do shit at home.
Whoa.
Yes, I'm
Look, I
talking
know-
to you.
Yeah, like,
Whoa,
cheers, I know it.
Yes, I'm
I
talking
know
to
it.
you. They go.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Sit around doing
Wait,
nothing.
you're one of them, Taccara?
Hold on.
Just sit around.
Wait,
Why would I go to work? I'm getting paid.
I'm one of them right now.
Wait. Okay. So let's continue. Let's dive into that. Since we're gonna
Break
go
it
into
down.
that, we're
Break it
gonna
down.
break it down for you.
Yes,
right?
let me.
Let's slow down.
Let me
real
get
quick.
ready.
You went a little
So
fast.
let's slow down, right? Okay. So we're gonna talk about unemployment, and since Taccara is one of our,
Whoa, y'all gotta say it like that.
well, I don't know what your situation is now, but at some point, right? Yes, correct. Unemployment.
Yes.
All right. Is that okay to say? I'll bleep it out.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Yeah. So Taccara at some point, right? Unemployment, right? So
You
this
weren't,
might
right?
this might
You worked all this time, or were you unemployed? I'm asking you that. Did you work this whole time?
Side conversation. He was so into it. It's like, wait, you're working right now?
No, I know she's working now.
Yeah, so when the whole pandemic started, I thankfully was employed and I was able to work from home.
I got you. Okay.
Yes.
I was employed too, so
Yeah.
definitely not unemployed. You
Yeah, I was employed the whole time.
Taccara
I got laid off in March.
still laid off.
Still laid off.
Okay. All right, so then we're gonna get into some shit here. Because I have a feeling the room is not too much in your favor, Taccara. Yeah, we're not too into your.
Let's go.
Oh, no, but no. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the unemployment shit. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. But okay, so what we're talking about, right, is people was getting a shit ton of money. Well, I don't know, maybe not a lot for some folks. I don't know. It was, to me, it was a lot of money.
Yeah,
To me, it was a lot of money. People were getting paid to be unemployed, right? It was like, I forgot how much. Taccara, can you break it down for us? Break down your pocket for us.
You know,
Break down your pockets for us.
the first was the 600, the extra 600.
So that's on top of your regular check.
unemployment.
Or is this
It
$600
depends.
check?
It depends because my check, like I don't care. Like when I was working, like I made way more than what they averaged me out when I applied.
Okay.
So I actually made less without the extra 600, which was shady because you get paid with unemployment. You get paid every 2 weeks. So you have to basically evolve your life around that every 2 weeks because I'm used to getting paid weekly. So when I'm getting paid every 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, I can't spend that. I can't go out this week. You know, I can't do that no more. You know, so it's like I had to like adjust because I couldn't find a job right now. Everybody was unemployed. Everybody's on unemployment. I don't got a job that I can be like, oh, I can work from home because I'm a damn prep cook. I'm not prep cooking at home. And sending damn Lunchables to the damn airport.
Send some Lunchables down. That's the business model.
Literally, I cannot send that down to the airport. They're not going to accept that.
You better start something.
Look at you, entrepreneur.
I'm just saying though, like I wasn't able to do that. So I had no choice but to do unemployment. So, you know, did I get comfortable? No. Was I looking for jobs? Yes. But that also helped me because when I was working, I was so tired because I was working and doing school. So that actually the unemployment gave me an opportunity to just focus on school and catch up from the parts where I was lacking. You know?
Okay.
I'm just
I
saying,
see you.
you know.
I see you. Wait, so if I'm getting this right, people were getting their check and a $600 check on top of that?
Yeah, bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you see our grip. And we were working for the same check and getting nothing extra.
Not everybody though.
So not everybody was getting the 600.
No, everybody. I'm talking about like people who was working. I don't know what everybody was making, but I think that you did make more because I was making way more when I was getting that extra 600. And that, you know, even though I was getting way more, that helped with bills.
So, okay, so without the 600, how much would it be bi-weekly?
500
And then they added 600?
Yeah.
You're making
for me.
Okay, you're
For
making
me.
way more.
For me,
I wasn't making
You're
that.
making way more than that's $1,100 a week.
pretty much.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wait,
Actually,
was
it was
it
way more
weekly
than that.
or bi-weekly?
It was bi-weekly.
$1,100 bi-weekly?
No. It's okay. So weekly. Okay, so I get paid. My average is 500, and then I get paid 1 week since it's bi-weekly. 1 week I get paid $250. The next week I get paid $250. That average out to $500 when I get paid. And so since they did the 600, you do the $250 plus the 600 1 week, and then the $250 plus the 600 the next week.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
you put that all
that's-
together. That's basically what you're getting paid.
Oh.
Oh, okay. They were getting paid that weekly. I was like, damn.
No,
But
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
getting paid. But
No, it wasn't
let's be
weekly.
clear. Unemployment isn't full pay anyway, so we know that, right?
Yeah.
Unemployment is
So
not
they
full
basically
pay.
cut you down from what you averagely make.
Was
you
there
know?
some people who were
Okay.
making what they actually made and the $600?
I
don't know. Maybe.
I don't, maybe.
It depends. It's how they average it out on your application. Because some people were getting paid less.
Than what they would have made had they actually
than
worked.
what they like my girlfriend. She got paid way less than what she was making at work.
Wow.
I know some people.
I got paid more than her, and I don't know the reason why. It's just how they do it. It's the system. It's how they do it.
Yeah, we know people that actually was making a lot more.
A lot.
Yeah,
more.
and she got paid more than me at work.
Oh,
So that's just like, it's not the way people see it is not how it is, you know?
Well, that's one. I'm wondering if that's for just the specific set of people. What if like you were making a lot and then they base it off of that? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you were making a lot and then they base it off of that, and then you get the 600 on top of that. Like that might be a lot of fucking money for some folks.
It may be, but I don't know like everybody's status. I
Situation.
just knew my situation, my household, you know? So it was just, I was going off for that. So I'm just like that. It was a lot for me because I wasn't making that, but that helped. It helped, like I said, for bills, for school. I call it for my school bills. I call it for rent because my rent is like $1,000, so that helps.
Yeah.
And then I got my phone bill. Like, you got to manage this for 2 weeks. Like, I'm not used to that, so I had to manage that. And then on top of that, with unemployment, it helped me. I'm not at home. Like, I do sleep later. Like, I admit that. I do sleep later because when I did get laid off, I got into 2K. Like, literally, that was my clutch. I got into something else. I got to play games more. But then I'm like, okay, I can't keep doing this. So I'm like, let me get back into my schoolwork. I got back into my schoolwork. I'm doing projects with my classmates. And then on top of that, family. I got time to spend with my family. And that was something rare. I love family. I honor that. Like, that's what I love. But I didn't have that time when I worked. So I took opportunity. I took that and I ran with it, you know?
So unemployment was good and bad for you.
The
Or
part
mostly bad or good.
it's
50-50.
in between. It's in between for me, you know, because I do miss working. I'm used to like knowing what I make and getting paid weekly, but I don't miss going to work.
really? Oh, like the rest of us.
Yeah, I don't miss going to work because, you know, you gotta like when I did work, you gotta deal with weather. You gotta deal like I don't drive, but thankfully my roommate drives, so I don't have to worry about that, like the CTA. So buses, trains, stopping, making you late, dealing with like people on the train and stuff like that. You don't have to deal with that.
No more.
Well, no more.
When you don't work?
Well, not yet, because I do apply, but this gives me the opportunity to like think about what I want to do better than what I was doing at the airport. Because so I could actually map out what I want to accomplish and what I really want to be doing, you know?
Damn.
I mean, I think that for a lot of people too, it might have slowed down your life a little bit more and reevaluate what you've been doing before all of this started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you actually got the time, like you mentioned, being with family. And a lot of times you're constantly on the go because you have to be at work. And if you're not at work, you have to be running errands. If you're not running errands, maybe you're doing something. And so it's interesting to hear that perspective, because normally when we think about, oh, they're on unemployment, oh, they're not doing anything, they're just getting money.
Nah, keep in mind, some of these motherfuckers ain't
No,
doing
but I'm
shit
saying,
out
but that's not. But the thing is, that that's not everyone. We're just putting a label on like everyone in general.
We don't do that no more? As a society, we don't do that shit no more?
We do
put
because
all
we're
over the
putting
goddamn
that.
place.
I know that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like some people might be doing other things. Maybe there's people who might not even be able to find jobs. Like maybe there's no job in their field.
So what if it's 50-50? What if it's a 50-50 split of people doing the right thing and the wrong thing? Wouldn't that bother you a bit?
Well, it's none of my business what you do. I'm just
do you think that it's good or bad? Like, is it good that it's 50-50? Should it be more people trying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
like if the unemployment shit, right? Like Taccara is one of the
ones
I don't know how many people, right? I won't put a percentage on it, but like she's one of the few people who's actually doing something positive and right with whatever she was getting, right? What if you're one of those people who's not doing that, right? So what I'm saying, what if it's 50-50? Wouldn't that bother you? That 50% of people are doing the right thing and 50% of people are doing
it would
the right
be. It's irritating, but what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not the one distributing the money. Like, when you apply for unemployment, they don't tell you what are you gonna do while you're unemployed. They're just gonna give you the money if you
How come we don't march and fix for that?
Huh?
You don't want to fix?
How come we don't march and fix for that kind of stuff? See, that's my thing about this fucking shit.
I guess
people
that
fucking like people doing things, right? We fight for so many fucking things, right? But we don't fight for other things that are probably more important. Like more important. Like that should be something that it's in our vision, like right, is in our thing, right? That we should be able to fix this shit. That we should be, and that's what I'm talking about. Where we start from the top and we work our way down, but we're so busy trying to minuscule shit we're trying to change, and there's bigger fucking fish to fry. So like that to me like it's an issue. And
yeah, if it was
so then, but then
those are
how would that?
dollars.
So
The
then
unemployment shit don't come
I know, it's coming from my paycheck.
Right, it's not coming from fucking.
However,
Trump. It's not coming from these rich people, it's coming from us.
how are you gonna evaluate what people will be doing? Because you could like, how would you do that? How would you do that?
Yeah, because people are gonna lie.
Right,
change
people are gonna lie.
Let's change
You can change
How?
it.
I mean, look at they dogged Trump when he was trying to get rid of the shit where people were doing like wild shit with the Medicare, Medicaid, right? Like they were like fucking shit up, and all these little drug dealers or people that just fucking didn't need it were using it and abusing it, right? And we're paying for that. He was trying to cut that shit off, and people lost their shit. But I feel like at some point there has to be some sense of control over these types of things. And we're out here doing the marching and pushing for other stuff. Why don't we march and protest for shit that actually fucking will change people's everyday lives and might change the shit that you want changed?
Right, but then then there will be too many people that are not in that stance that you're putting those 50% that are not doing anything that will be affected. Yeah. So you're focusing on like, oh, but this is the 50% that is fucking up. This 50% is also going to be affected completely.
But that always backfires on people like me.
Exactly.
Well, that's why we need to fix it.
What.
But you not how? But it's no way.
Look, he don't have the answer.
No way.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't think that unless I don't know much about unemployment. Like, I don't know how it works. I'm not in that field. I don't know. But however, I believe that with unemployment, it's such a tricky thing. It's kind of the same thing with SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits, there are so many people that get 800, 900, and they be selling
They were trying to cut that shit too.
600 of them. But however, how do you know who sells them and how do you know who doesn't?
You can't control that.
You can't control that. So then you're gonna how?
You can. You control the people who are going to sign up for these things. You should have a stricter thing of trying to get through that.
No
such
such
as
thing.
how
It's
though?
no such
because
thing.
no, they tried to do that. They tried to do that with the whole thing about, I believe it was like drug testing people. I think it was something that came out, and they were like, no, we're not going to do that.
And that's what blows my mind though. We try the extra mile for everything else that's impossible to change, right? And in the moment we actually might have some control over something, we're not willing to do it.
But to me, that control is just cutting everything off.
Right. That's the only way you can control it. Just be like,
people
it's done.
And then I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? What am I
then
supposed to do?
So then we fix other areas. Is my point. Like if you destroy one thing, you're not taking something away and not replacing it with something.
But they're
you're
not
taking
replacing
something
it.
away. You're trying to take something away and then replacing it with something else, right? That works, and everything else will follow suit. But we have to be able to want to change everything else behind it. You can't just change one thing and then expect it to be like the last thing you change.
But here's the thing. These people that go and apply for these things, there isn't a whole interview that you get. It's all based on your income. They're not going to say, oh, you look this way, or oh, I'm going to interview you, so I don't know. Like, how would you do it, though?
Let me give you an example with that. Let me give you an example. My grandma is, she applied for stamps, right? She does not work. She collects my grandpa's Social Security. And the Social Security is enough money for her to survive on bills, rent, and maybe a little bit of splurge for herself. But they had the nerves to tell her that she made too much money. And she's like, where does the money that you give me fall into food? How am I supposed to eat?
So let's fix it.
So, but how do you fix that? She's an elderly woman who lives by herself and pays, her rent is half of that check.
So let's fix things. Is my point. Like, for people like that, let's fix it.
But that's not gonna get fixed
It
because
can get fixed.
How-
The government, this is my the baffling part about it, right? That we can focus so much on other shit, right, and feel like we don't have no control, and that they don't know how to control things, or they don't know how to do things. But yet we fucking get controlled with everything else. Like, they know what the fuck you want to eat. They want to know what the fuck, like, all these algorithms of stuff that they have. They can pinpoint how this stuff gets controlled. They can pinpoint.
yeah,
how
but
this
they
stuff
only look at money. That's
They
all
look
care
at money
about.
because there's the poverty line.
That's true.
So
only care
how
about
would they like? That's the part where I'm trying to understand how, unless they literally just tell everyone nobody's getting anything.
I get that, but there's algorithms that they could follow to change that, and we should be trying to push.
But
to fix
usually
that.
the ones they follow is the poverty
I
line.
get that, but I'm not like saying like let's destroy the poor and fuck them. I'm saying let's fix the problem. Let's fix the problem.
Right, but that's the thing. The problem also has to do, a lot of people are on that poverty line.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the problem. So how do you fix that?
With other things. You like that's what I'm trying to tell you. You replace one thing with another. You're not stripping stuff away and then saying fuck it. That's how it's gonna stay.
just don't
So
take
what
steps.
would you
Fucking takes-
replace it?
you replace things and you move other stuff in it.
Okay,
I
so
don't know, I'm
let's-
not a fucking politician, but what I'm saying is like there's ways to do shit like that. There's ways to change things. There's ways to follow who's getting what. There's ways
And
If
they
can-
do
if
that.
If they can, no, they don't do it well enough because clearly people fucking them over, right?
Yes.
But people some people
But
are
there's
still
There's a high
Some.
percentage of
There's
people
people.
fucking them.
some.
There's a
I
high
say
percentage.
some.
There's a
I
high
say
percentage.
some.
Give me a percentage then.
I don't
Of
know
how many
percentage.
people
I just
give me
say
a
some.
percentage of how many people you think are.
I
are
can't
getting
because
over
I
the
know
system.
because coming from my family and stamps, yeah, I'm gonna admit some people in my family did do that. They did buy
advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
sell.
but listen though, and then there's some of us who didn't.
Right.
So it's
So
just
give me
that
the
I
percentage.
can't give you percentage because I only know my household. I
That's
only
what I'm
know the
saying.
people
But we,
I
again,
know.
we can't go through the tunnel vision. We got to be able to.
But you can't also say that you just need to take it away and get replaced with something else because it's just like
I didn't
if
say that
it-
was the solution. I said that could be a solution. I'm just saying like you could get to something, fix it. We marched for a bunch of other shit. We tried to change a bunch of other shit. We try to change the world on other shit, but we can't change the world for this shit. Like I don't understand it. Like,
think
when
that's tricky.
Like when do we get together to
is
do
tricky.
shit? Like when do we get together to do shit?
When it affects us.
When it affects us? Is that when you're gonna wait? Like I don't
Yeah.
understand it. I'm
Or
not the
other
fucking
people.
savior. I'm not the savior. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know plenty of people that are fucking over the system. I know
Yeah.
plenty of
There's
people who fucking sell their food stamps and are driving around in the latest car, got the latest iPhone, got this jewelry, got that
And they
jewelry,
got no job.
Burberry, got the
But
same Burberry shirt that-
nowadays, you don't need to sell stamps to do that. Poor people buy the most expensive things. Like
That too.
they are the biggest consumers when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like it be people.
Well, you gotta
buying
understand why do they do that?
because they want to stay with the trends. Trends is what it is. What is it about? That's all they care about. It doesn't matter if you got rent. Some people don't even care about their kids. They go and buy an iPhone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that
They
to
get that
me-
what? Because they got 5 kids. They get $900 in
Hell
stamps.
yeah.
And
And sell
that's why they have
700
this. They
and only
stock
have
up.
200
They
left for the
stock
kids,
up.
and then they just use it for themselves.
They stock up.
That's what I'm
Again.
saying. Like,
And
And
here's
that's
the
messed
thing,
up.
like plenty of people play the system. I'm aware of that. I know that. Plenty of people come from generations on generations on generations of playing the system. However, because of that percentage, and I don't know again what the percentage is, so
so give me one.
I'm saying I don't know what the
But I'm saying,
percentage
like,
is.
the percentage. If you're giving me, if you're so strong on one point, right, like that you're telling me that this is what it is, and I'm pretty sure it's not, then you should be able to give me a percentage.
No.
It's either higher or it's lower. Is it in between? Is it 50-50? Is it
It's
65%?
Here's
people
the
are
thing.
screwing the
You're
30%?
never
50-50.
No, here's the
You
thing.
think it's 50-50?
Here's the thing,
No,
you're
no.
never going to get that percentage because people are going to lie. If I get, let's say I get SNAP benefits, and let's say that I'm selling them, and you come and you ask me, are you selling your snaps? I could say no.
And you have to believe that.
And like, what else are you'd have to catch me literally
I'm just saying,
doing
they're
that.
They're able to track stupid shit on your phone. They're able to track who's getting SNAP benefits, who's getting stamps, who's getting all this shit. They're able to do little shit like that. they're able to do other stuff. Whether they're trying to turn the other cheek, that's a different story, and I can't control that. But what I'm trying to tell you people is that we should get together. Like that's the problem, and that's the problem with society.
But it don't affect enough people for them to do that.
Right. And I'll be one to say, if we were all going out there to do it, then by all means, I'll go out there and do it. But we're not. And I'm not going to go out there by my damn self.
Because you're not going to change it.
Because I'm not going to change it.
You're not allowed.
Because,
10
I
people
mean,
aren't going to change it.
I don't know. If you think about it, like a march saying we want equality in SNAP benefits. I completely understand that. There's people who are working class who, they only have for rent and
the working class gets fucked.
And
Yes,
so
a lot.
for certain things, and maybe like even $100 of SNAP benefits would really help them, but you're giving it to someone who's selling them. I completely get that. However, the thing about this country is that everything is money. And if you're just $1 above that poverty line, they'll be like, no. So I'm thinking, like what you just said, in the link cards, put the person's face then. You have to check.
Yeah, you have to
check like that. But however, you'll still be able to sell them because you could just go with the person.
Let's get fingerprints.
I know that's the
Oh
only,
yeah, you
that's
can
the,
really
that's
yeah.
the only way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, now we don't
Fingerprints.
That's
Like now
but here's the
it's too
thing.
personal for people. They don't want
But
Oh,
that.
never mind what you put on your fucking phone, right?
No, but then when you think about those things, then you could still play the system. You could go with the person.
Yeah,
like let's say
buy the food for them.
right, I'll just buy the food.
But then when you do that,
That's
you
a
make
lot
it
more
harder
difficult.
though.
Yeah,
it's a lot more
difficult.
harder.
That's what I'm saying.
People are gonna do whatever they need to do to get extra money.
They're
Trust
not
me.
gonna say, "Oh, who is that with you?" Like that
it
could be
changes.
anybody.
It'll change a little bit. It won't change as much
I
as
don't think
we
so.
want, but
People
Honestly, I don't-
always weave
if you have to have a photo
into
ID to use that card,
I-
yes, it will
no,
change.
it would, but
fingerprints?
even-
Oh, yeah.
But even at Costco,
On, like,
at
Six
Costco,
Flags?
you have your the
Oh,
little
yeah,
card.
they don't check it.
That's what I'm saying. At Six Flags, they got a system for your shit. You put your finger on a motherfucker and they let you in, right? That's the only way you're getting in.
And that's what I'm saying. You could do that, let's say, with the link card. Finger. Okay. You could buy the stuff. The person is right next to you. What are they gonna? They're gonna question you about who you're with. This is my friend. They're helping me. But this person is actually the person
I don't think
buying
they'll
the
go to
food.
But he's saying they're not gonna go to that extent. Like it'll
I
make
think
it
we
harder.
change a lot at that point.
Because
It'll
basically
change-
people
it
going
changes a
grocery
lot
shopping
more.
for somebody else
It
and like,
changes a lot more.
I'm not gonna go grocery
Trust
shopping. for
me,
you.
people.
I don't wanna do
No,
it.
people are going to do whatever they're gonna do
It's
to
gonna be a
get
lot
money.
harder. You're not
It'll be a
dragging
lot
somebody to
harder.
the grocery store.
Yeah,
with you.
you're not. Yeah,
I think they
I
will.
agree.
If they offer you
they
a
will.
ride,
You really think
Trust
they'll?
me.
I think it'll
hell
slow down.
Yeah.
There's been I've heard.
I don't wanna say it won't
I've
completely
heard
go
of
away.
people
Sure it
who
won't.
have like the Costco card, and they'll be like, okay, if you go to Costco with me, since you have the card, it'll be half and half with the link card, and they'll do it.
Yeah.
People know how to negotiate.
well, they
People,
have
right.
to do that too. So
People will
I
negotiate.
don't know. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
This topic gives me heat only because it's a bigger problem than just food stamps to me. To me, it's not just about food stamps. It's about society as a whole.
Yeah. Well,
To me, it's about society as a whole. And maybe that's where my issue lies.
but even if you go back to unemployment, do you think the people that was working should have got extra money too?
Yeah.
Why didn't we?
Exactly, we didn't.
I definitely think that.
I mean,
because
it
you were at
depends.
risk.
It
if you were
depends.
working at
It
home,
depends
too.
on the agency because I know I got
I didn't.
You got more?
a bonus.
Hazardous pay or bonus?
It was like a hazardous pay. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like at
Also,
least
it was based on the
once
company that gave you.
Yeah,
the
it
company
depends.
made the
We didn't
decision
get
to do
They
it.
told us you got a
depends.
job, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But again, we didn't get it every time we got paid. This was like once a month.
Even the one, but some
it
people
was
didn't
still
never.
some- it was
we
still
just worked for the
something.
same
It was
paycheck.
still
We didn't
something.
show
It
up.
should be a bonus, man. For people
No,
that
I
do this
agree.
shit.
I totally
Yeah.
agree. I'm like, if unemployment is getting a bonus, why can't we?
We didn't stop.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't stop either. I was forced to.
I mean,
they told you to
It's different
stop.
if you're
They
forced
told
to.
me. They're like,
They told you.
But they did say that I can get my job back. But then they sent me a letter. It was like, oh, well, we're going to start laying people off because, we're not coming up to the par of like the business wise. So we had to lay people off in October. So I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I'm back to square one, starting with a new job again. So
I don't know.
that's the
shit's
shitty
iffy.
part.
Yeah.
I'm at a crossroads with all this. I don't know what to think. All I know is I got a big problem with society. Society, I'm talking to you shits. But yeah, damn, who knew unemployment was going to be this entertaining? It got spicy there for a second.
It did.
Now it's just quiet and shit. The energy went,
we're
went down.
done.
And shit.
No, but wasn't the unemployment for people to save up when it
Oh, we're
runs
not done
out?
yet. Wait, what?
When the extra money for people to save up? Because unemployment don't go forever. You only get it for a certain amount of time,
You
right?
can't save it if it's fucking being spent on bills, Keith.
Yeah. If you get laid off, you gotta catch up.
If you ain't got a job, the motherfucker's going straight
Yeah.
to bills. Maybe.
Hey,
I don't know. Yeah, whatever, man. Fucking employment. All I know is that if I apply for that shit, I better get it. If I ever need it, I better get that shit.
it's not gonna be what you think.
It's not fun. I would never want to be on it. So, but you know, some people, you never know. So nothing
Yeah.
lasts forever. Sometimes that's what I like to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. What should we move on to? I got 2 topics here. We got maybe like 15 minutes to get through one more topic with Taccara joining us today.
Go ahead.
I think I want to talk about this Tory Lanez and Meg thing again, only because I want to see what you guys think about it on like a women and men side, right?
Sure.
So this Tory Lanez and Meg thing took another little turn, right? It got a little more weird. Meg came out and said Tory shot her, right? That's what she said, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing on it because I'm not allowed to.
Why not?
Well, for one, I'm not black and I'm not a woman, so
Well, this is pushing buttons.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm confused as to what really happened. She confused me with what she's talking about. I don't know what's going on. And then Tory Lanez came out yesterday and said he had time to talk and then dropped an album, basically saying that he didn't shoot her.
So how did she get shot?
So my question being, right? Like, where do we weigh in on stuff like that? Whose side are you taking? Do you think she got shot? Do you think she didn't get shot? Do you know the situation, Taccara?
I know a little bit since you're talking about
You want
it.
me to like tell you what
Yeah, you
happened?
can. Yeah, you can.
Like a
go
little
ahead.
quick re-up of what it is?
Yeah.
All right. So Tory Lanez and Meg were a thing, some sort, right? Romantic, whatever. Tory Lanez is a rapper. Meg is a rapper. They were at a party with one of the Kardashians, right? At the hills somewhere, right? Yeah. Partying around. Party's over. They get in the car. Meg, Tory, somebody that's with her, and a security guard. Somehow they get pulled over. When they got pulled over, they found out Meg got shot in the foot, right? So her foot was shot up, fucked up. Everybody's on the ground getting arrested and shit. The cops don't know that Meg got shot in the foot, right? So then, all this shit comes out. Everybody starts to put 2 and 2 together. Yo, man, we don't know. Maybe she got shot. Maybe Tory shot her. We don't know, right? Everybody was like, oh shit, what the fuck happened, right? So then, like Meg comes out and was like, yo, I'm tired of saving his ass. I'm tired of like this and that. He shot me. Everybody, the internet. Oh shit, they shot Meg. Blah blah blah, right? Some of my black community came out and was like, yo, we gotta protect black women, right? All that shit. Tory came out yesterday after not speaking about the issue for a while, right? And finally came out and said, yo, I apologize. I got a response. I got time today. Tune in at 9:00 at night, right? Everybody's like, oh shit, he's gonna talk. Woo woo. Drops an album.
Oh wow.
Right? Everybody's like, oh, what the fuck? You dropped an album. Woo woo woo. And now everybody's mad at Tory. And saying that he's a piece of shit.
Oh, well, he took advantage.
And, he's using this publicity for.
It was like, oh, clout. Let me drop something.
Publicity for this and that.
I'm
so what do you guys think? Do you think it's a publicity stunt? Do you think he really shot her? Do you think?
Did he say in the album?
He says he didn't. In the album, he said he didn't shoot her, and there's like a bunch of stories in there that he didn't shoot her, claiming he didn't shoot her.
Oh, that's some crazy shit. I don't know.
And then T.I. came out and was like, yo, I believe Tory or something like that. And they killed T.I. because he was like, yo, because T.I. the day before was talking about how we need to protect black women and Breonna Taylor. And then the next thing you know, the next day he's talking about Tory that didn't shoot her or whatever. But taking Tory's side, basically. So what I'm asking is my 2 black folks here, right? How do they feel about that? How do you guys feel about that being black and this being a black woman that got shot? Do you think that and obviously when she got shot, there was a lot of like shit, right? because she's a black woman and black people feel that black women don't get protected enough, and that there's a lot of jokes and mockery around when women of color or black women get, I don't know what you guys prefer, black women get attacked or get whatever, and it becomes a joke, or it's not taken seriously. So that was what stemmed out of all of that, right? So my question being is, you guys, what is your stance on that? What is your stance on, do we take black women seriously when they get hurt or shot or whatever? Is it like, what is it to you guys? Like, is there?
I go first.
Are you taking Tory's side? Are you one of those people that's like, I don't know?
I don't know. I'm not taking neither one side, but we don't like protect black women enough.
You don't think so?
No, we don't. Not as society. No.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I heard that she got shot in the chest.
Oh no! I never heard chest. I heard foot.
I didn't hear foot.
She got shot in the foot.
Because
I heard foot.
My cousin, he follows like Nicki Minaj, and and he was like, oh, she got shot in the chest, and I'm like, who? And he's like, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, who's that? And then he was like, he was like, oh, the chick from WAP, and I'm like, oh, I love WAP. I get down with that. I get down with that, but I'm just like, no, I'm not on no one side. I mean, I don't think that people take black women serious, but I'm on no celebrity side. I don't know if she got shot. I don't know if she shot herself or whatever. But, a lot of people be doing publicity stunts, and I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. I cannot follow up with this stuff, Like, I do not have the time and the patience. But, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry you got shot, girl, but,
But people get mad at Tory Lanez because he's a guy, right?
I think that's really where it stems from, to tell you the truth.
Because he's a guy?
Yeah.
And he did it?
Yeah.
Well, did he say that she said that she
Allegedly,
did it? They
he
did some
did it.
sucker shit.
I don't know.
How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about a guy? Okay, let's say you're getting. We talked about this, but let's recap, right? Or let's do it with Taccara here. How do you feel about that? If you're in a car, right, and there's a guy and a girl in an altercation, and the guy feels like he's getting his ass beat, probably fearing for his life. Maybe he's getting choked out. I don't fucking know, right? Whatever the case may be, and he pulls out a gun, shoots her, maybe on her foot or some shit like that, right, or her leg, right? Do you feel like that's justifiable at all? Is it?
Not shoot nobody.
Is it defendable?
Shooting, no.
Even if you're getting choked out?
If I see...
If you get... No. Well, why do you have a gun on you, number one? That's first
I'm
reason.
carrying.
Okay.
What if you're getting choked out? What if she's like... Got like a fucking, I don't know, something, and she's just choking the shit out of you, and you... Hitting her is not going to work. You're just going to let her choke you?
No.
So what you doing?
I would do. Well, look, see, now you're gonna put me in an awkward position. Of course, you're gonna try to save your life.
Yeah, what you doing?
I'll shoot that foot.
You shooting, right?
Right. If that's the only,
save your life.
I'm not saying that was the situation in that, right?
right, but if that's your only form of defending yourself, and you're genuinely in actual danger where someone is actually choking you with an object, you have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do something.
You have to shoot. You can pistol whip her, whip her with the pistol.
But how? Like, you're
like, bam, I don't know, like, choke, smack her.
That's what we're talking about. We're making it a joke.
I just don't want to shoot. Like, that's the only reason.
What if you just maybe a one of those shots that it's just to scare the person?
Yeah, you can do one of those.
What if they don't get scared? What if they're like,
fuck it, you're dying for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Then I don't know.
No, I mean, it's tricky. Yeah, to be in that position, I don't know. That's extreme. We don't know what happened between them. Like, we don't know if she was actually like.
Okay, let's switch roles. Is it okay for the girl to shoot the guy?
No, don't shoot anybody. Don't shoot.
So a lot of people think that's
right.
The,
some people think that's okay. That's justifiable.
That's justifiable.
The woman shot the guy. She was in danger. Right? so now it's not. See, you get what I'm saying? See, you laugh because it's true. You laugh because it's true. If a girl shoots the guy, there's no blasphemy. Tory still has a career. Meg still has a career. She probably gets more clout from him, to be honest. Right?
She defended herself, is what the story is.
Right. But why can't that be the case for him? Why can't it be the case that he defended himself? We don't know. We don't know what was going on.
Well, he's saying he didn't do it.
He's saying he didn't do it.
He didn't say he was defending himself. He didn't even come out saying that. If he would have said that, then it would have been like, okay, what really happened? But of course, he doesn't want to be seen. I mean, at the same time, there's a standard that he's trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I was defending myself. That's within itself, it's a form of like violence against him. And that could degrade him as a man. Like, oh, you had a woman beating you. You know what I'm saying?
See?
So
Why?
No, but I'm saying like that's what how society might have looked at it, and he probably did not want to put himself in that position, so he preferred to just be like, let me drop an album and say I didn't shoot her.
Don't look at me.
Like I would have rather have him honestly talk about it. Like, don't drop an album. Like, actually,
Why not? He talked about it the best way he knows how to.
I don't want him singing
And the shit's fire.
In a song?
in a song.
No, in the whole album.
It was a whole album of him not shooting her.
It was a whole album on him. Just it was an album.
Yeah,
And
just
some songs.
music, some
talking
songs.
about
Oh,
it,
okay. I thought it was like a
But people think he
storyline.
just dropped the album just for listens and, plays.
because there's attention.
Because
on it.
there's
Damn,
attention.
he pulled the Beyonce thing. With
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
That's what people
Just
think.
like
That's
Jada and August, he
Oh, yeah.
made that
Same.
song.
Yep,
Change.
yep.
Oh, come on.
song
Everybody
was
doing that
terrible.
now. It was terrible.
That's entanglements. That's 2020's word of the year, man.
Entanglement. Oh,
Entanglements.
man.
But
But you see just how that passed. Like I didn't even remember about the whole. This is gonna pass too.
you think so?
That's
No,
how
I don't
pop
think
culture
so.
is.
Black people ain't letting it go.
I don't know.
They're the ones
Stubborn.
controlling.
Some people are stubborn.
I mean, I do know that there had been some artists who actually they did a record with Tory and they took him out. They were
Yeah.
like, no, we don't want him in the album because
Kalani did that.
yeah. And there were other. I don't know if
Really, they took him off the album because of the incident?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Because what if you
Really?
made the cut and made
Yeah.
you money,
Right?
and you just took me off that bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, give me my money back too, then. Ho.
That's true because you got.
I mean, I'm on the song. And
Right,
you,
right.
They probably
you
didn't want
profited
any-
off of that song.
Yeah, they probably didn't want any part to do with it. I mean, they don't know what happened. He didn't speak of it. He made a album drop. Like, how are you
He
going
spoke.
about? How are you going about it?
He spoke.
No.
He dropped an album.
No.
Figure
That's
it
not
out.
What you do? People talk about things.
You want him to really talk, not
I wanted
not
him to say
rap
like I
about it.
didn't
Why
do
does it
it.
matter how he
He's
said it?
saying.
He still said he didn't do it.
No, I'm not accepting the album. I'm not.
He said I didn't do it in the album. Why does it change?
But then what
That's not
happened? Then what
acceptable.
happened to her foot?
I fucking know.
Was it really? Because originally it
What
came
if he
out
can't
saying that it
say
was a
anything?
cut.
Keep in mind, they weren't the only ones there.
That's what I'm saying. Originally, it came out saying that she cut her foot.
Yeah, because she was supposedly,
Protecting
according to her,
him.
protecting him.
Protect. Right. That's what you
I
know.
heard the shoulder.
How well, no, what information you get?
And you're right.
The worst.
I don't follow this
But
stuff.
B, what if the case is open and he can't really talk about it like in a statement form? He just the
He
only way
didn't
he
get
can say
arrested
do
for
it.
that.
Yeah, nothing happened to
my
him.
understanding of his arrest was he got arrested for not having a license for his gun. He didn't get arrested for shooting her foot. That's like
Yeah.
attempted murder or whatever the fuck it is. Or
And especially
assault
because
with a
since the
deadly weapon.
yes.
and especially
It's
since the
assault,
beginning, she did say that she didn't get shot. That she.
I wonder how that works. If you say he didn't shoot you, and then later you're like, yeah, he shot me. Like,
Do
does
they
that
change the?
I
do they
mean,
change
based on the
charge?
explanation that she gave, she was just like, well, with everything that's happening with Black Lives, we didn't want the police to come at us and start shooting when there was a gun in the car. So
still gotta
that's
tell the
that's
truth
the
or something.
explanation she gave. She's like,
still gotta
I
give the
feared
truth
for
or
my
something. You
own
mess up when you
safety and
lie.
the safety of everyone
You
else.
still gotta tell the truth at some point.
Wait, what?
She did later.
No,
Yeah,
way
but
way later.
When it
She waited
comes-
till she got home out the hospital. Days passed, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, he did it." That's a lot of fucking days.
You need time for the stress.
Okay,
Okay.
she seemed fine to me when
I'm
she
trying
came
to
out.
help her. I don't know.
She went at everybody else, and we didn't take her seriously. But we don't know what happened. Explain it.
We
Stop
don't.
telling us that he shot your foot. We don't know why he shot it. Why he did shoot your foot?
She didn't say why.
He didn't say why. She just said
She just, I mean, she said it was an altercation.
Right, but-
and she said that she
It
said,
could be any.
but here, okay, this is what I heard. She said it was an altercation, and then that she allegedly got out of the car and she was walking away because she's like, I'm walking home.
And then he shot her
And then
feet.
he shot the foot.
just
So,
Why?
so I
Does
don't
that make
know.
any sense to you?
Why?
you
foot,
see that
though?
don't.
Put two and two together.
That's why
I
the
don't know.
shoulder made more sense to me.
Does that make any sense to you?
If
But I
somebody's
don't know,
walking
that's-
away, you can shoot at them walking away from you.
Not just that.
I
What were
don't
we
know.
arguing about? What was the argument about? What were we fighting about that made me want to shoot you? What did you say? What happened? What was going on? Explain something. That's about. Oh damn, man. This, you know.
I don't know. That's what they said. I don't know why you would shoot someone if they're walking away. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But people are crazy. Maybe they're like, get back here.
Lane's
Like,
crazy.
I'm not done talking to you.
I don't know.
But you know, there's people out there like that. Men, women, whatever. You know? But
Oh, but she got a foot shot. Not so savage anymore, huh?
Oh my.
Oops. I mean, you talk that street shit. Be about it, right?
She was. She got shot in the foot.
All right. I'm not going to say nothing about it anymore. I'm not going to say anything about it anymore. I think we're good to wrap this up. I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor for your booty hole. And YouTube now. So subscribe. And thank you, Taccara, for being here.
No problem.
You were a great guest, and we enjoyed shooting the shits with you. It was a good follow-up to our Jade guest, so it was great. We're 2 for 2 with the guest, I feel. But, yeah, thanks for being here.
No problem.
thank you.
Yeah,
And
thank
that's
you.
all we got. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Still haven't worked on my goodbye.
You still have it?